Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, I'm Paul Jasson. Thank you for joining us on this segment of Fairfield Today. Exciting times downtown Lancaster. It's a beautiful day as we tape today, and we kind of start off the show today with a little bit of buzz in Lancaster and Fairfield County. And we've got the man that brings the buzz to buzz, Victor Jones. You can hear him already. Victor Jones from Ohio University-Lancaster. Now, we haven't seen you, Victor, on the show for maybe 2 weeks. I'm not sure, 2 or 3 weeks. Well, I guess you weren't on technically.
That's correct.
We had your cast members on, and you were back there kind of critiquing and just doing what you do. And then the big thing was we have a major announcement, sort of like in A Christmas Story, you have a major prize. We have a major announcement that you could not and would not, under threat of violence, I think, share with us. A month ago, you could not do that, but now officially, as of yesterday and today, you're able to tell us something big for Ohio University-Lancaster and theater.
That's true, but how do you follow up bringing the buzz to buzz?
Well, you're the man that can. If anybody could do it, my money's on you, Victor.
All right.
I guarantee you that.
We are pleased to announce that our Lancaster Festival production is Stephen Sondheim's masterpiece, Into the Woods.
What a name.
It
Stephen
is.
Sondheim.
I know.
You don't get much bigger than that.
You don't get much bigger than that. Wow.
Not.
So we're so excited.
Into the Woods.
Into the Woods.
And when is it going to be presented?
Sunday, July 23rd at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. out at OUL.
Only time?
No. 10 days after, we do a full weekend of 5 shows following that.
But it will be premiered during the Lancaster Festival.
Yes.
Boy, we got some big acts coming in.
I know.
We've got you going on with this, the festival. Deb has to be doing handstands.
She is. She's so good at what she does, and we're so grateful to be back. This is our 12th year doing it during the Lancaster Festival.
I know we do a live show downtown, and we always have you on there because it's always exciting week. Things popping.
It is. And one of the coolest things about this show is, I was talking to you before we went on, is last spring I went to New York on my usual theatrical
New York
show.
Run. Yeah.
And I picked a bunch of shows, and I wasn't sure if I would like this show.
Really?
Because I've seen it done many times.
Sure.
Seen it done many times.
At many different levels of quality?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I went to New York and saw it, and we were in the second row, and it's an all-Broadway star cast. All of the legends were in it. And I was in the second row, and I was so close that when they were singing and all that, the spit was going on my face and all that. And because we were so close, only the first 5 rows had to wear a mask still, but everyone else in the theater didn't, so we were there with our mask on in the second row. And we were so close, and the seats were so small that you're actually sitting sideways. And
that's tough.
The row, and you could actually reach, and there was the front of the stage. And I fell in love with the show in a way that I didn't think I would ever do after seeing it.
So being where you were, that really brought it to you.
It was, and they touched on the comedic part of the show, which many times before when I've seen the show, a lot of people don't touch on that. It's a little bit of a satire. And within this show, Into the Woods, there is a lot of favorite fairy tale characters that you wouldn't expect altogether.
And that's kind of the premise of the show.
That is.
Yeah.
Stephen Sondheim has written into the show Little Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Rapunzel, Jack and the Beanstalk, and many more characters.
The greatest hits of...
The greatest hits. You've got it today.
It just keeps on coming, the things you're sharing. I mean, this ought to be pretty exciting.
It is, and almost everything is sung. So that's really challenging for the actors and musicians that are in it.
Big cast?
Huge. Well, 20 very talented cast members who are vocalists that shine. So I'm really excited about that. And one of the other things that's really new is that this year, about 8 musical theater students auditioned from the Athens campus. And they are all in the show.
Nice.
And our vocal music director is a BFA musical theater senior who's graduating this year, but she's the vocal music director of the show.
Boy, I mean, you're bringing all the big hitters.
It is, and then
this is going to be big.
And then all the other members of the cast are from all over Central Ohio.
As is typical.
As is typical, the youngest person is 14, and the oldest person I think is 70, something like that.
Nice. So big wide-ranging cast.
It is.
You're directing.
I am directing.
And I think maybe you touched on that. You got an orchestra.
We do have a live orchestra. The first time in either 4 or 5 years. It's directed. The conductor and director of that is Dee Saunders, who's done musicals all over the place, both professionally and in the school venues. But she's wonderful. And the orchestra is on stage. You'll see them at the back while all this is being performed in the front. So that it's beyond exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. So it's, what is it, 2 different days?
The 23rd at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Tickets are $20.
Okay.
They go on sale April 24th at noon.
So not even on sale yet as
Not
we
on
take
sale,
this.
yes.
I mean, you're going to, a few days yet, be on your website.
We do. We announced the cast yesterday.
Okay.
The orchestra members yesterday. So yesterday was a huge day of announcements. And then a week from today, they go on sale on our website.
That's this is big.
It is.
This is big. The Lancaster Festival, just when you've got Sheryl Crow coming in,
I know.
as if that's not big enough to begin the first, and that's a Sunday?
Ours is a Sunday, yes.
Sunday, so really a week just into the Lancaster Festival. Here we go, out there at OUL, into the woods, Stephen Sondheim. I mean that is
the most
Mecca.
The most popular song for it, or whatever people most know, is the song "Children Will Listen," and some other great ones, But Bernadette Peters starred in the original cast on Broadway.
She is multi-talented.
She is. And one of the last times I was promoting a show was Hello Dolly, which she was also starring in at that time. So there's a lot of connection to that. One of the things that drew me to this show was the storyline, was the talent that you have to pull this off. You have to have not only vocalists, but you have to have musicians.
Sure.
Because his music is extremely hard to perform.
Well, and the music is really an integral part. It isn't just something that, we'll play something as we move from this scene to this scene. This is Stephen Sondheim.
And
everything is rocking.
And the first 90 minutes is all sung, and the energy level that these actors and musicians have to have. I don't think the orchestra stops playing all during Act 1 for 90 minutes.
You have to bring it.
They have to bring it. In Act 2, it's a little shorter. It's only about 45 minutes, and they do get some breaks there because, unfortunately, a lot of the characters in this show, they get killed by a giant. So as you move through the show, it reduces, and there's only 4 or 5 people left of the 20 characters.
So if you make it through there, good for you.
Yeah.
And this is rated PG.
G,
PG.
G, and well, I guess you say PG because of people being killed.
Yeah.
By the giant.
But really, it's family entertainment.
It's family entertainment.
Yeah. So exciting time. This is really going to kick the festival off in a big fashion, and certainly for OUL, what do you say, maybe 10, 12 years you've been involved in this and doing plays?
12 years at the festival.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of my 13th year right now.
So you started, when you came, you started getting into the
we
festival
waited
right
one
away.
year,
Okay.
and then I approached, what was his name?
Hard to tell back then.
I approached the festival team at that time,
Yeah.
said, hey, I'd like to try this. So our first show was Steel Magnolias, which was a play.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was all musicals.
All musicals. And it's, again, the connection with OUL, I don't think we can say enough about that, about what it's meant. Ray Wilkes, who had the vision to do this, to get involved out there in that site and to get involved, and now to continue the continuity with the drama department out there, and there's so many great things with OUL.
And we've had so much support from our new dean, Jared Tudor.
Oh, he's a wonderful guy.
Been instrumental of keeping this alive, and he attends all the performances.
Isn't that nice?
It is nice.
It is.
And greets the guests as they enter and as they exit, and there's been so much community support, and it wouldn't be possible without all the people attending the shows all these years.
Well, it's a wonderful time. So it's Into the Woods. Tickets can be gotten on your website.
Yes.
You can just get on your search engine and look up Ohio University Drama, and it's on there. You'll find it.
We have a great new website too,
Okay.
where the tickets are, and you can read all about all the cast members that are actually in the show.
Oh, nice.
It is nice.
Now, can you still get tickets at the door, or do you need to purchase
We
them?
strongly encourage you to purchase them online.
And you can get where you want. You pick your seat.
You pick your seats, and that's
Yeah.
new for us
That is
this
big.
year.
That is big. So I guess the key is get them ahead, get them online, and have it all done so you walk in and bingo. You just
do.
walk in the door.
And we have that cool new ticketing system where we scan your ticket, it goes beep,
Man,
and all that.
pretty high tech here.
It is. It took a while to get us there, but we're there. And tickets are $2 more if you try to buy them at the door.
Okay. So it's actually a better bargain.
It is a better
to get 'em
bargain.
ahead.
A discount of $2.
So it's the big news again. The king of buzz here with Victor Jones from Ohio University-Lancaster. We had you on just a few weeks ago. That all went well.
Charlie Brown was wonderful.
We had the cast members. They were great.
They were great.
They were
and
wonderful.
what was so wonderful about this is we finally brought back our student matinee program that had stopped during COVID. We had a sold-out crowd of more than 500 students at the student matinee.
Nice.
It was amazing, and assisted living members attended it, and there were students from all over Central Ohio, not just in Fairfield County.
Well, I think OUL is the place to be with everything that Victor has been going on out there for so many years, 12, 13 years now.
Yep, 13
right in
years,
that.
yeah.
I mean, it's just been a wonderful thing with the community and with Ohio University. The festival now with this one, so it's going to be July 23rd. A couple times. Find all the information on their website. Beautiful posters and things going on. This is a Stephen Sondheim, man. This is the apex.
And yes, and soon though, the next time, I'm teasing another thing, we'll be able to announce our season for next year.
That's pretty exciting. That's
It
pretty
is.
exciting. So.
And we're offering something that's brand new.
Oh.
We're offering 4 awards to students who want to attend OUL in the fall and take theater courses. Each award is worth $1,500, which covers 2 classes on our campus.
That's big.
It is
That's
big. 4 students. Just email me.
Victor's always bringing it. Thanks, Victor.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Into the Woods, Ohio University-Lancaster, in the Lancaster Festival. See it. It'll be good. We'll be back.
You walked down the aisle and promised happily ever after. Sometimes happily ever after means ending a relationship. We know the conversations are not easy. Deciding what's best for you, your children, and your next steps takes work and communication. At Dagger Law, we know there are no monsters in a divorce, only people trying to find their way. Local, trusted, experienced. Dagger Law.
The staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairfield what it is.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early, when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
My name is Allie. I just became 14 years sober at the end of last month. Through the support of my family and friends, I got the courage to ask for help. And through treatment services and the recovery community, I was able to start my recovery journey. Now I get to work as a peer supporter and an addiction treatment navigator where I get to help the next sick and suffering. If you don't have family and friends that can support you right now, you can find those supports through treatment providers, the recovery community, and peer supporters like me. Every life matters, and your recovery is worth it.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Hello friends, welcome back to Fairfield Today. I was just thinking about how exciting Victor Jones is. I mean, whenever you have Victor on, he's something. We love having him on, and obviously a very cool announcement with the Stephen Sondheim thing in the Lancaster Festival. And we're going to stay in the vein of some fun events going on, and I think back to, I think it goes all the way back to 1982. Fisher Catholic was needing more funding, like all schools do. Private schools probably more than public schools, but they needed more funding, and the powers that be then tried to come up with an idea how we would start a new money stream, how we could infuse money into Fisher Catholic, because they're a private school and they're always needing money. Well, a group of the fathers and mothers of grandparents and people, alums, and everybody got involved, and really kind of credit Dr. Gordon and Mary Louise Snyder as the people that kind of started this. They were the first chair couple back in 1982 of something new called Bit of Luck. It was a dinner and it was a live auction, and the rest is history. Now we've moved up to 2023 and it's still going on big. I'm sure raised millions of dollars for the school, which it's a huge fundraiser, very instrumental in keeping the Fisher Catholic going and thriving as it does here in Lancaster and Fairfield County. Got a couple people with us to talk about the Bit of Luck going on very soon, coming up very quickly. We've got Mike Lemay on my far right. Mike is the auctioneer for 20 plus years, a proud alum, not of Fisher Catholic, but if you remember Bishop Fenwick, goes back a couple years on that.
Paul.
Goes back a couple. And then Erin Ellis. Erin is the chief cook and bottle washer out at Fisher Catholic. For our purposes here, she has all kind of titles out there, things she does at Fisher Catholic, but she's the chairman of the Bit of Luck committee and kind of runs things and kind of keeps Mike in line, which again is another full-time job that she has to do with this.
Thanks,
but
Paul.
it's Bit of Luck coming up. What are the dates?
It is Saturday, April 29th.
Oh, so coming up in 10 days or so, very quick. The theme this year, and there's always a kind of a fun theme, a thing that everything is based around. It's under the big top.
Yes.
A lot of circus kind of oriented things coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You might have a ringmaster, maybe some show animals that are
Anything
not
goes.
real, but
Anything goes.
inflatables or something.
So Mike, you've been around 20 plus years for this. Thing has really grown.
It has. It really has.
It's bigger now.
Yeah, when I first started 20-some years ago, Bob Rozier said, do it for a couple of years and they'll get
Sounds like
some.
Bob.
Yep, and I thank Bob a lot because it really is a great fundraiser, and I really enjoy doing it.
And the people in the community really step up. And it was kind of a tough couple years there when the COVID hit. Things had to kind of cut back, and it was online, but now it's full go. Everything it's up again and running. Going to be a dinner catered by
Cheer Chalet.
Everybody knows that's a good place. Going to be a nice meal out there. And what time do the things get going?
So the doors will open at 5:30, Paul.
Okay.
And actually, though, you can start bidding online.
That's very cool.
On Thursday
Yeah.
at 8 a.m. for the silent and super silent auction.
And things are, information's online.
Yes.
You can figure that out because it's on your phone.
Yep, but the night of, doors open at 5:30, and dinner will be served at 7, and then you guys will do your thing with the live auction. So
Well, I get fortunate I get to work with Mike again each and every year. It's always great fun to do that. You got a lot of good auction items this year?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, they're
Was
pretty
it
much
20, 25
We've
items?
got 22 items so far
22?
this year,
Yeah.
and a lot of festival tables.
Yeah.
Sullivans have donated their table as
They always do
usually
such a great job.
Notre Dame tickets, trip to Florida,
couple trips,
couple trips to Florida.
Nice.
Yep. Murder mystery dinner. That's
Something new.
There's usually some things alcohol based.
Yeah, just a few.
Okay, just
A couple things.
So it's again, bit of luck, and gosh, I wonder, Mike, if you think back to when this started. I don't even know if the Snyders would have ever had any idea. This is obviously where they thought they wanted it to go, but boy, the community, and especially the Bishop Fenwick Fisher Catholic community, really, and St. Mary's community too, for that matter, really has grasped this, and it's a big deal.
It is, and I don't think the forefathers back would have thought it would have came to this, but Dr. Snyder's there every year, as he has been, and other people that have co-chaired through the year, big supporters, and when we start the live auction, the lights go up, and we have a great time.
Yeah.
So it's a dinner, and then you have I think what you call silent auction items that are in the it's out at Fisher Catholic Gymnasium right there, and so down both sides are lots of cool auction items, and you actually have another room with some auction items in there too.
We do. So we have silent and super silent, and those are all cataloged. So if you can't actually make the event in person, you can bid on those online. But yes, you will kind of peruse through the school and kind of look at the different items and do the bidding right there on your phone. What's great about this event too is our students, they serve the dinner, they work the event, they're instrumental in making sure this evening.
The band is there, the choir is there, there's people there performing.
They serve they serve the dinner,
they serve the meal, and
it's great. Yeah, they're all a big part. They park cars.
Oh yeah, valet outside.
Valet outside. So.
And I was going to mention too the 50-50 drawing. I think you might even have a ticket you can hold up about that. That's again a big part of the fundraiser.
Ticket here. Get your tickets. FisherCatholic.org.
You get this online. You can get this online.
You can buy your Pot of Gold raffle tickets online at FisherCatholic.org, or you can buy them from a student or at the school.
And the payoff is?
There will be one first prize winner of $7,500 and 5 second prize winners of $500 each. So we're giving out $10,000. So get your tickets before April 29th.
That's right. And Mike and I think we're kidding. Maybe we're not, but we're about half kidding that should our ticket ever be drawn, they would need to find either a new auctioneer or a new master of ceremonies, because we would have a mic drop moment there, and we can move on.
That's why we let the students draw the ticket.
We may be kidding on that.
We're not allowed to draw the ticket.
Sure. So it's going to be a good dinner. Do we know what the dinner consists of?
Champagne chicken.
Champagne chicken.
Nice.
And the dessert. It's kind of themed around the Under the Big Top event.
Right.
The dessert is as well, but it's a 3-course meal. Sit down, you get served. There'll be appetizers as well. Open bar all evening.
Cotton candy machine.
Cotton candy.
Ring toss game. There'll be games.
Really, the circus atmosphere.
You know you're dressing up.
Yes,
I think you guys should maybe consider
top hats.
Glad I brought that
canes.
up.
Yeah,
Maybe choreograph a little dance there.
Stay in your lane, Mike.
Yeah,
Leonard. But it's always a big fun evening. It goes on, and again, and again, the big thing is they have the dinner. You can vote all evening, either online at home if you don't come in, but the party's the thing. That's the thing. It's a beautiful, decked out affair. Everybody is just dressed up to the nines. Everybody looks so lovely. It's April 29th, Saturday night, out at Fisher Catholic High School. Again, valet parking. The students are doing everything there. They serve the meal. Real involvement, because really the money goes to Fisher Catholic.
It really does. This event, it's definitely necessary for this event to happen every year. And the support that we get from our alumni, from our community, from our parents, from the kids, it's really amazing.
Local businesses, sometimes they'll call in. Instead of being solicited for something, they actually call in and, hey, can we do this, do that? So it is community involvement.
And it could be, it's anything and everything. It could be from car washes to like they were saying, to trips, to meals at local restaurants, to the parish priests get involved in
Yes,
this. There's
yes.
usually a nice dinner
Yes.
that
Yep.
goes along with that, and sometimes we even see that as again, Mike runs the auction, and you got the bid catchers out there, and they're getting the bids. But so often we've seen really a big ticket item go, and then it's turned back in, and they rebid it.
Redo it again.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes with jewelry.
Yeah.
Ava Jewelers has
Ava
been
Jewelers,
a big
part of
supporter,
it.
and I can remember a time where the ring was auctioned off,
Sure.
and they gave another.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, good for the school.
And again, as Erin indicated, it's a big community thing here.
It really is. It's amazing. If you could take one event and kind of like bottle it up for Fisher Catholic, what we represent and what we are, this is kind of it. So
And again, it all goes to help the students out there, but it's by no means a Catholic event. This is
Oh,
the
gosh.
community
Yeah, it's a
all
community
over
event,
supports
so
this.
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a pretty exciting time. A lot of fun.
a lot of fun.
We have a great time.
Yeah.
It's a great evening out there. A wonderful meal starts at 5:30. Now tickets and. Can you purchase the tickets online too?
You can fill out your registration,
Okay.
print that off online. The early bird deadline for tickets was April 3rd, but you can still purchase tickets. You'll just be paying slightly a little bit
Sure.
more, but it's a donation. Remember that. We
Yes.
are a nonprofit.
It's
so.
a nonprofit about
Yes.
that. And then again, they're super silent auction items all evening. You can be voting on while you're at the table. You can kind of keep tabs on it, look at your phone. Everything is there. And I know one thing I did want to mention, isn't there something, one of the Catholic organizations, some matching funds?
Is a matching fund, yes.
That's nice.
Our foundation will match up to $20,000.
Nice.
Yes. So,
That's always a big moment.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's some of this will be going for new gym floor.
yes,
or resurface the
resurfacing
gym. Yeah,
our
it's a big
main,
expense.
yes,
Yeah.
main gymnasium floor, which benefits not only our athletes but everyone. So
Yeah, there's all kind of events, obviously, in a school like either like Lancaster or like Fisher Catholic, where the school kind of revolves around the gym floor,
Oh,
because that's the
absolutely.
one room
Yeah.
that gets all the multi-purpose use. Fun time. Mike, you've been doing this for 20 plus years.
20 plus years.
Now I know your son John helps
I'm gonna
out.
let
He comes
John-
in,
yep.
takes a few of the items
Yep,
toward
John
the
will be
end,
doing
but the Lemay
One of
family
these
is so
days.
involved in this. Erin Ellis, who is again one of the mainstays out there at Fisher Catholic, but for our purposes in today's show, she is the chairman of the Bidala Committee, and then Mike Lemay and his son John are the auctioneers for this. And it's been a long process. You've been working on this for several months. It's almost here now. You got a lot of items in. A lot of
Yes.
people have been working very hard. I think it's worth mentioning the decorations are phenomenal.
yeah, we wouldn't realize
Whatever
you're
the
walking
theme
into a
is,
gym.
whether you're in Paris, whether you're anywhere, it
yeah.
looks exactly under the big top of what it will be.
Yeah, huge shout out to our committee. Oh my goodness, they're working so hard, and we could not pull this event off without the committee that we have. So thank you to them. And yes, you won't realize you're walking into a gymnasium.
Doesn't
that
look
night.
like a high school gym at that point.
Yes.
They do phenomenal
Yeah.
work.
So
So again, it's April 29th. Go online to Fisher Catholic. It's all on there. Lots of good stuff there. Mike, best of luck in the auction.
Thank
I know
you.
you
You
do a
too,
good
Paul.
job getting it there. Erin, thanks
Thank
for all
you.
your leadership on the committee and to the entire committee for all the work they've done. Go on there, and if you can't get there, try to get there. But if you can't do it online, it's worthwhile. So
It is.
best of luck on this. Hope we have a wonderful evening.
Thank
you,
Thanks.
Paul.
Erin Ellis, Mike Lemay with Bit of Luck from Fisher Catholic. Thank you for joining us in Fairfield today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.